This you. What does he say to him? I don't agree with freak-offs on the island. And Piers is like, I didn't go on there. He goes, are you sure? Listen, this you. He had him up. Listen, this you, yeah, I was wrong. If you go back to some of my previous videos, there's one where I called him out, yeah. And to an extent, that may still be the case, but he's gone up in my estimation. Basically, what's happened here is that off the back of the show which Louis Theroux did, the documentary, online Netflix documentary, of which all those manosphere heads like Myron is one, is it Stephen Waller? Correct me if I'm wrong, he's another. His Toki's on there, and there's another one on there. Is it Sneakbo, whatever his name is? Well, I don't know these guys from Kind of Paint. I'm just paraphrasing from what I've seen. I know of Waller. I've seen his stuff. Myron's just, I don't even check for him, you know what I mean? Like that. Although he does make some occasional good points. And his Toki, I've never really watched him as such, but after this, nah, I thought the guy was just totally, dare I say it, dunce. But no, I was wrong. And to be fair, he has achieved. So to achieve and get where he's got to, you can't be fully dunce like that. You know what I mean? And actually, you know, yeah. Let me go a bit further in that. But as it stands for me, I'm one of them people, yeah. If I don't like you, or I got a bad feeling about you, then that kind of stays. But the moment you turn that round and show me something different, then I'm like, rah. I'm like, yeah, I'm your friend for life. I get it. And in this case, with him, his Toki, I do get it. I get it. I understand. In today's day and age, in this era, he's a don. In my time, back in the day, a little years ago, 90s, whatever, back in the day, we would frown on that. But for this era, for this time, yes, he's a don. I get it. He's a dandada for this time. You know what I mean? And I've seen some comments, yeah, basically about him, yeah, about single parent home, blah, 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 blah. Nah. They're talking about manosphere and being a consequence of single parent home and these guys coming from bad experiences, blah, blah, blah. No. As someone who's seen as, especially in the UK, one of the fathers of Red Pill, that'd be me. It's not, I would say I'm nothing like that. But what I'm saying is that whole concept and those ideas, they don't come from that. They come from the present environment. That's why it's not, you know, people like Piers Morgan to step down because it's not your time. This whole ideology, these whole ideas come from today's environment. That's why these young guys are like that. And it's not only these guys down in the manosphere that are like that, but it's like normal guys. Even normal, listen, I come off the phone just now to normal well-to-do guys who are going through divorces, and these are normal guys. Yeah, not just one, but at the moment a few guys are going through certain things. These are normal guys. These guys who aren't even on that level. So, you know, and for many guys it's a learning curve. You need to be aware and streetwise. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back onto this, yeah. So basically, with regards to this exchange now, yeah. So obviously off the back of the Louis Theroux documentary, Piers Morgan invites his Toki on, yeah? It's called him HS, Harrison. Call him his Toki, I'm going to call him. Invites his Toki on the show, and it all goes south, yeah? It all goes south. Okay? So basically, you know, yeah, because I've seen the whole thing from the actual start, when they're getting ready and they're preparing to the whole interview itself, yeah? And it goes south pretty quickly, yeah? Yeah, because I think Piers, obviously, off the back of the documentary, thought, yeah, I can dig my claws in this guy. Because he looked at the way, you know, because apparently in documentary, his Toki comes off badly, like, you know, like a mummy's boy, undermanned by his mum. That's the presumption. So Piers obviously might have gone in there thinking, yeah, I can handle this guy, handle this you. But the fact of the matter is, no. he got bun up, he got bun fire. Listen, he got hands like Floyd. Because basically, it turned around pretty quickly. I mean, in a sense that they're talking here, they're engaging here. I'm touching some of the key points. Touching some of the key points of the discussion. Yeah, right. They're chatting. Right. Then it goes on the subject of like the manosphere and ideas like that. And obviously, he's knocking him back. And one of the key ones is the issue with like Piers tries it on you. He kept trying it. That's why Stocky's saying, "Talk to me properly, or I'll deal with you." But Piers weren't reading the signals. And then my man has switched, hit the switch, and that's it. Because I know what them people are like, Like when them ignorant boy they try to attack you, when they don't go their way, and they don't go their way, it goes south. So basically, yeah. So let's go into it. Yeah. So he mentions in one aspect, he mentions the element of like OnlyFans. It says like like, hey, Stocky, why do you plug OnlyFans? But yet, if you had a daughter that did that, you would disown her, yeah? Now, here, that's a good point, yeah? But this is where I go for Stocky. Because, A, that's not your daughter, is it? The woman you're poking or banging is not your daughter. That's one. Two, yeah, you'd like to think you'd install the right values in your daughter, yeah? As opposed to a hoe, for example, yeah? That's something separate, yeah? But the whole crux of the issue is, yeah, you promoting hoes, yeah, and your daughter being a hoe, yeah, that's two different things. So Stocky's right there. And like Stocky, I'll give him this, yeah. And this is where I actually understand him more now, is that he's very real. Yeah, he is reality, yeah. He is embodiment of reality, today's reality. He says straight, if I'm in Amsterdam, I see a girl who's 9 out of 10, I've had a few drinks, who knows what's going to happen? And that's real bars, yeah? People can demonstrate all they want, blah, 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 but listen, if a man's walking down from Amsterdam, she's a fit ting, and it's you and her and you on it, then you're on it, Like it's been said, nothing has more of a, what's the saying? About conscious and a throbbing P? A conscious and a throbbing P-N-I-S? A throbbing penis, pen meaning pen to write, a throbbing penis has no conscience, they say. But anyway, that just proves the point of how real his Stocky is. Because Piers is coming from the old school mentality, the old school way. Nah, that's gone, mate. That's gone. That went in 2000, right? 2002 max, 2004. But anyway, the conversation moves on, talking about homophobia, and this is where I will give Piers some points. But he's right, yeah. He's right to an extent, yeah. He's right. And he's trying to run off the back of what Luther said, where Luther did kind of catch him out. But here he tried to run it, but it kind of came off differently here, yeah. Like, he's saying, you're homophobic, XYZ. He's saying, okay, yeah, I'll never marry an ideal woman, ideal wife, ideal family, ideal situation, and have a gay son, yeah? Yeah? And you know what I mean? And he said, how I raise my children is how I raise my children, how you raise yours. Fair enough, fair dues. I think what Stocky's saying is, he's not homophobic, he hates he hates people of that gender, that sexuality. He's not saying he hates them, he just wouldn't accept it. And that is actually two different things, Like, it's like those people that I guess are racist. I just don't like black people, I just don't deal with them. There's such a thing as a superiority complex, and those who want separatism. Okay, two different things. But hey, I digress. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, and also he came out. It's when he hit him. Yeah, HS said rightly. Hold on, it's okay for you to group me with Myrons and the Andrew Tates, whatever. But when I put you in with Epstein, Ghislaine, all those kind of people, yeah, you don't like it. And in fact, he was on the island, and that's when from there it went south. Piers just from there on rocky ground. And if someone like Stocky, once they got your head in the lock, once they got the teeth in you, that's it. Like a pit bull, they're not letting go. And he did give him chances. He whacked him up, then knocked him in line. I said, "Yep, now let's get back." No, you noticed that he gave him a whack. He said to him, "You're right, let's get back onto the conversation now." Gave him chances. That's where Piers folded. And from there he was out. That's from there he was out. I mean, because, yeah, mentioned Epstein's Island, Piers didn't like it. Then from there it started going south, and that's when it come up with, you think you're holier than thou. Look at your wife. She's on road ire. That's what he's saying in other terms. And the thing is, I checked the pitch and it's legit. I've checked it online and it is legit. He battered him with that. Finished him. Finished. Clean. Now, this is it. All the media types and all the Piers followers would say, no, that was immature. Listen, modern era on road, how it's done to the streets. Smoked like haddock, rude boy. Got baked like bacon tray, rude boy. You know what I mean? Listen, battered, facts, no idea. No idealism, no thoughts. Got rip like naan bread. Told him straight. Simples. End of the day, because Piers Morgan, you're in those circles. The Maxwells, is actually, there's pictures of him of certain people who are now shady people, all in that elite, those elite cliques. He's part of that. And when he was grouped with that, he didn't like it. That's why I started withdrawing. Okay, and you can remonstrate all you want. Oh well, I never went to the island. It's like, come on, Piers, you know you did. Wrap that figure four. The Ric Flair figure four leg lock was wrapped, and from there it was done. It was a done deal. You know what I mean? The man showed him a picture of his wife, and he didn't like it. Man just walked off his own show, and this is where it gets good. Yeah, he even said to him, right? Yeah, let me just check the time on this. But I even said to him, yeah, it's gone on a bit here. See, your wife's there with the guy washing her car, a big black man. Is that big black man me? Is what you're coming at me? See, that's subliminals. That's deep. If you when you look at it from another angle, that's subliminal game by Stocky. He's saying, come at me because I'm black, and I'm that guy your woman wants to be with. Boom, took his knees out from there. That's some Roy Keane Harlem business. You're not getting up from that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, for me, that was a brilliant interaction. That was fantastic. You know what I mean? He gave him chances. He said, gave him a whack, and then said, gave him a little tap, and said, we can go back and forth. Let's get back to the show. But Piers tried to take the high ground by coming out and saying, nah, by bailing out. That's what he tried to do. He tried to bail out. By bailing out, it seems like he's taking the high ground, but no. He's done it before, yeah? And funny enough, it's by another brother, yeah? Listen, Piers, if you're listening to this, leave the light-skinned brothers alone. Because Alex the Weatherman? He dealt with him. Andrew Tate dealt with him. And now my guy, HS, Stocky, dealt with him. And I say he's my guy now because I'm a convert. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me wrap this one up, yeah? I'm going to have to do another video on Stocky because after that, I've warmed to him. You know, I see him as a son, you know what I mean? But anyway, it is what it is. That's one of the ones for the year, you know. It's one of the best things I've seen this year. It is what it is. I'll tell him that's your thing, you know. That's your wife, you know. Stop it. Later.